the only homegrown English daily of the state, has gained respect and popularity with its fiercely impartial, in-depth coverage of Odisha. Our editor, Sri Tathagat Satpathy, has always believed that a newspaper belongs to every reader who subscribes to it, and hence has a social responsibility to deliver the truth, no matter the consequences. At the same time, we at Dharitri and Orissapost believe in showcasing the success and highlighting the positive, inspiring stories, hence the Business Eminence Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, we have read it and we believe it, then when there is a will, there is a way. Will some is for the people of Odisha. They are the proud entrepreneurs of the state, and we are here to put the spotlight on them, encourage them, thank them to be standing by our state in the thick and thin. We welcome all the business. The Honorable Managing Director of Atmosphere Core, Shri Salil Panigrahi, with a huge round of applause. And let us welcome him to the dais. I would request our editor, Dharitri and Orissapost, Shri Tathagat Satpathy, to kindly usher him into the stage. We would also have the privilege to welcome on the stage our esteemed Chief Speaker, Shri Manoj Kumar Mishra, the Principal Secretary, Department of Electronics and IT, and Chairman OCAC. Let us have you gentlemen on the stage, and I would also request to join us Shrimati Adyasha Satpathy, Dharitri and Orissapost on the dais, please. We will start the day with the lamp lighting and then we will proceed with the formals. A very, very good morning. Welcome on the stage. I would request you all to kindly light the lamp and start this august occasion. Thank you so much, madam and gentlemen. I would request the gentlemen to kindly join us on the stage, have their seats, and madam to have her seat in front of the stage. Now I would request our editor, Shri Tathagat Satpathy, to kindly greet and welcome our honorable chief guest and honorable chief speaker to the 4th edition of Business Eminence Awards. I would request the girls to come on the stage with the bouquet and uttariya, please. We are elated to greet and welcome here the Business Eminence Awards, the chief guest, Shri Salil Panigrahi, the esteemed Managing Director, Atmosphere Core. I am going to give more details about his journey in a while. A warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you so much for accepting to be our chief guest. I would request now Shri Satpathy to kindly greet and welcome our esteemed chief speaker, Shri Manoj Kumar Mishra, the Principal Secretary, Department of Electronics and IT, and Chairman OCAC. A warm welcome to the Business Eminence Awards, sir, and thank you so much for agreeing to be our chief speaker. And now I would request our honorable chief guest to kindly greet our editor, Shri Tathagat Satpathy, on the stage. Please, sir. So here is a bouquet to the head of our family, Shri Tathagat Satpathy. And an uttariya as well, so please accept. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Please have your seats. Time to present the welcome address. Before I invite Srimati Adyasha Satpathy back on the stage to present it, I would give you a brief detail about her. Srimati Adyasha Satpathy got actively involved with Dharitri in the early 2000s and added a corporate management and HR style to the mix, attracting young journalists to the media house. Orissapost, the state's only homegrown English daily, was the brainchild of Srimati Adyasha Satpathy, who had long felt there was a vacuum for credible local news in English. Over the years, both Dharitri and Orissapost have expanded under her vision, quickly adapting to fit the digital space. Her stress on social media strategies have led both the newspapers to make their digital presence felt with web channels and leading the way in digital reporting in the state. She feels media has a huge responsibility as a watchdog and protector of people's rights. Her commitment to climate action remains steadfast, and she is determined to continue in the mission to bring environmental awareness among the youth in Odisha. She was recently listed, I'm very proud to announce this, among the top 30 women in India by Outlook magazine's Women Architects of New India list for outstanding contribution to fair journalism practices in Dharitri and Orissapost and her climate action initiatives. Now may I invite Srimati Adyasha Satpathy, CEO Dharitri and Orissapost, to the podium to present the welcome address, please.
Thank you, Shobna. Namaskar. A very, very good morning to everyone present here. I would especially like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Panigrahi, and our chief speaker, Mr. Mishra, to have accepted our invitation and to have come here. And a huge thank you to all of you who have taken the time and who have accepted our invitation, and the awardees who we are super proud to put the spotlight on and to honor. It will be our absolute honor to show your stories of success because we believe that entrepreneurship is a very, very long and hard battle. Ame nije gote khabar kagaj chalouchu 50 barsa dharitri purana kari sarlani. In this long journey of 50 years, we ourselves have seen that there are a lot of ups and downs, and we felt that there is this huge vacuum when it comes to accepting, putting the spotlight and presenting success stories of Orias, because all over India there are hugely successful businessmen, entrepreneurs, but in Odisha the struggle is real. We all know the climate, the environment, and to make it here, to inspire people, to provide jobs to so many, and not just by providing jobs to the employees, you are extending your support to the families, and you are creating a positive business environment whereby youngsters, they would be inspired to join the whole entrepreneurship game, because ସମସ୍ତେ ଏଠି ଚାହାନ୍ତି ପିଲା ବହୁତ ଭଲରେ ପାଠ ପଢୁ, ଏତେ ସବୁ percentage ଆଣୁ, ମୁଁ ଏତେ କୁହେନି ପୁଅକୁ, but we all have that wish, ବହୁତ ଭଲରେ ପାଠ ପଢିକି finally ଭଲ ଚାକିରିଟେ କରୁ. That is the general, I'm sure the people present here might not have the exact same mindset, but ସେଇଟା ଅଛି, and ପାଠ ଉପରେ stress ରହିବାଟା ଭଲ. But ଗୋଟେ entrepreneurship mindset ସେତେ develop ଏବେ ଯାଏଁ ବି କରିନି. So kudos to people who have done it and who have shown the path for others to follow. एठी आमको business leaders दरकार जो मन को देखी कि छुआ कहिबे, youngsters कहिबे जे आमे आंको भलिया हबु, आमे यांको path रे जिबु, because एमने देखै परिचंती जे एथरे success अछि. खाली बायोडेटा धरिकी चाकरी खोजिबारे नाही, गोटे रिस्क नहीं कि it's a huge risk to start something on your own. We are very aware of that. We are also on a daily basis facing those risks. As you all must be aware, even print media, को आजिका दिन रे सर्वाइव करिबा आजिका दिन रे with the ad situation, with the whole revenue system to survive, to grow. It's a difficult thing, and we realize that every single venture, business venture, would be facing its own set of challenges. And to overcome those challenges and to survive long term, not just as a startup, जो थे कि 2-3 वर्ष आमे समस्ते, everyone can come up with a great idea, and that idea can really blow up hugely, but to survive long term, over a decade, over 2 decades, and keep growing, keep providing opportunities to other people, and becoming an inspiration to the next generation, that is commendable. We would like to honor you. It is an absolute honor to honor all of you here. Every journey is unique. आमे जानू छु आपण मानकर निजर समस्त गोटे गोटे यूनिक जर्नी, बहुत स्ट्रगल थिबो, जेते सक्सेस हेल भी ता संगे रे स्ट्रगल रही थिबो. ए जो टिप ऑफ द आइसबर्ग भलिया आमे आपणकर सक्सेस देखु छु, आपण ऑनर करू छु, किंतु सबु दिन केते खटणी जाउथबो, सेथरे केते टेंशन रहउथबो, राति रे निद हो नथिबो, फैमिली पई टाइम दे हो नथिबो. ए सबु जिंस आमे जानू छु, बिकॉज़ वी आल्सो go through it. And we are here to appreciate your contribution, not just to your industry, not just to your employees, but to Orissa. And thank you so very much for being here. Dharitri and Orissapost have always strived to bring into prominence entrepreneurs, business leaders, and through Business Eminence Awards, this is a small step. I mean, nouchu, जो थे कि आमे आउ थरे आपण मानकु honor karibu, आपण मानकु recognize karibu, and we are very happy that to have all of you present here. Thank you so much and have a great day. Namaskar.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैडम. चाकरी करबा सहित चाकरी सृष्टि करिवार मानसिकता वर्तमान समय रे केते गुरुत्वपूर्ण ता विषय बहुत सुंदर भाव रे आपण वर्णना करछंती. Thank you very much for the lovely welcome address. Now ladies and gentlemen, it's time to request our esteemed chief speaker to address the gathering. Before I invite him to the podium, let me give you a brief detail about him, although he doesn't need much of an introduction. Shri Manoj Kumar Mishra, the Principal Secretary to the Department of Electronics and Information Technology, and also the Chairman of Odisha Computer Application Center, that is OCAC. He is a leader in the technology space and has unveiled policies for IT and IT-enabled services for the state of Odisha. Mr. Mishra has several years of experience in rail operations and has successfully delivered strategic projects related to transport systems, as well as contributed to telecom, seaports, waterways, and railway infrastructure in the state. He excels in logistics, infrastructure project planning, team management, and business strategy. An alumnus of St. Xavier Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar, where he completed his master's in marketing and marketing management. Mr. Mishra is also an LLB from Capital Law College, Bhubaneswar. He is a recipient of the prestigious National Award for Excellence conferred by the Indian Railways and the Digital Icon Award at the 27th Tech Sabha Conclave in 2020. In his personal capacity, Mr. Mishra has been a volunteer for Swabhiman, a leading social organization working for the physically challenged for nearly 3 decades now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome our esteemed chief speaker, Mr. Manoj Kumar Mishra, to deliver his address at the 4th Business Eminence Awards. Mr. Mishra, please.
Thank you. Before I begin, I think a word of caution. When you make a bureaucrat chief speaker, it's better to make bureaucrats a chief guest. They will speak lesser. So if you make them a chief speaker, I think Tathagata Bapu, he knows it. Both bureaucrats and journalists, it's very difficult to snatch the mic away from them. But I'll still try to keep it as short as possible because he has told me that this session will not be for long. Unfortunately, I landed in Bhubaneswar from Bombay just 20-25 minutes back. I had nothing else to do for 2 hours. So you don't have mobile working in the plane. So I kept thinking, what do I do in a session like this because not many places that they call you as a chief guest, as a chief speaker. So I have a lot of things in my mind. So whenever you get bored, sir, just lift your arm up, then I'll wind up in 1 minute. So with that word of caution, first and foremost, thank you. You are my senior. You have served as a legislature. So I profoundly thank you for calling me to this occasion, and especially when it is awarding and rewarding people from the business community. The entire India's landscape over the last how many years it has been such, and Odisha also has the same issue, is that we celebrate everyone, we don't celebrate business successes. It's a fact. So if you, I think the CEO of the organization just spoke very well about that they, every parent wants their kids to get a job, but we keep asking question why the GDP is not growing, why the per capita is not growing, why we are not becoming a $5 trillion economy. So we have all these questions, but we don't want to put our skin in the game. So we don't allow kids to think in terms of becoming an entrepreneur. So when that is the mindset that we have, I think the parallel example is that even during my generation, which is now pretty old, when we used to go and to play something, then our parents used to stop us. Go and study. So what is there to play? But we will ask why India is not winning any Olympic medals. So this is the dichotomy that we live in as a society. So in that dichotomy, to have a show like this where we are felicitating and awarding entrepreneurs is a set example. I think a big round of applause for Dharitri and Orissapost. Since I told you my warning, so I will try to limit myself. Since I come from the technology background, I'll limit myself to the technology background. What is the word of 2023, which I think if Oxford does 5 new words or 10 new words inducted in every year to their dictionary, what is the word that we heard most in 2023 and till today we are hearing? Anyone? Yeah? AI. Yes. What is the example? One of the example is, I thought Sudhir will answer that, ChatGPT. So what is the difference? We always had Google. Almost now 10, 15 years we have been dabbling with internet technology. So we had Google. So now ChatGPT has come. They call it large language model and all those difficult words very difficult to comprehend. But what's the basic difference between having Google as a platform where you can search everything and having somebody where you need to prompt and get the answers? What's the difference? I'll tell you what is the difference and you will know how profound the difference is. We have, all of you, since it's a business and journalistic group of people, we all must have gone to a library before in our lives. So when you go to a library, meet the librarian. You ask which book is where. What does the librarian do? They maintain 2 catalogs, as per the author, as per the book name. And they flip through their cards, or if it is little hi-fi, then to the computers, and tell you that this section will have that book. So you go and get that book, read it yourself. That librarian was Google. ChatGPT is not the librarian. It is the library. So now you don't have to ask, where is that book? You ask him what's there in the book. The entire internet is available. It has read the whole civilization of writing history of the entire world, and it is giving you answers from the book. It's not directing you to the book. That's the profound change which has happened over the last 3-4 years. Technology is going to be everywhere. It is already everywhere. So I come from the government, you are all the partners from the private sector. What's our role? Where do we see our role in the government stopping and your role starting? Of course, there is a handshake which happens in between. You take any developed economy, since we talk about economy and growth and development, etc., you talk about any sustained level of growth of economy where it has happened. So naturally you take China out. You think in terms of the Europe, you think in terms of US, you think in terms of Singapore and others. What has happened there is that technology has been adapted very quickly to go forth. And countries like China and India, I put them in one bracket because they have, most of the time they have struggled with the scale, the population, the diversity. So they were unable to reach there. Slowly and steadily they are using tech to be able to leapfrog them. And because of the population, which has become a boon in many sense, because the working hands are available, we are doing it. But when I was talking about the role of the government and the private, the role of the government in those economies which are so-called developed economies, and so the other which is the developing economies, is that the government sets the canvas. The painting has to be done by the private sector. So a infrastructure will be built by the government, but the operation will be done by the private sector. You name 5 brands coming out of USA, none of them would be government backed. Government would do defense, government would do education, government would do health. These are 3 broad categories in which government will be there. Most of the categories, it will be the private sector which will be there. One of the greatest examples of this for the young audience, even I don't recall the name, so I type it down in my mobile phone. 1834 is when the refrigerator, the father of refrigeration, which is Jacob Perkins, he made the refrigerator. Who made more money out of refrigerator? Did he? See the answer. Coca-Cola came into being after 50 years, 1886. People who manufacture refrigerators don't make money as people who use that refrigerator to do something. That's where, because he knows the subject, he talks about AI, that is what we are trying to do. We are trying to build that canvas, give you that fridge in the government. Can you make Coca-Colas out of your companies? That is the challenge that we have today in Odisha, that is the challenge that we have in India, and that's the challenge everywhere. Why is that? People also ask many times, because I represent government through technology, why are we talking that Odisha is making a scene now in technology? Why you couldn't do it 10 years back, 15 years back, 20 years back? For the same reason, why India was not on the forefront in the world in terms of technology. We are very good in terms of supplying manpower for services, outstanding in the last 20 years. So you go see a match between India and England in Lords, the maximum number of cheer people get is from Indians in Lords. That is because we have supplied so many manpower to the entire world. But in terms of technology, you see all these trillion-dollar companies which have come through, whether it is Apple, whether it is Meta, whether it is Google, any of them. What have we done there? Nothing. We don't have a product. We have exported only people. But today we are talking in terms of being able to be there where we will be able to research, we'll be able to do something. I see Sukant Babu sitting here. He comes from USA. He's doing great work in Ganjam. He's thinking that Ganjam can become a technology provider in terms of IPs being done. That's the thought that we wanted, and that's the thought that is coming through now. But why it is coming now? Why not 10 years back? So how do you explain it to your kids? When they say that, you parents, you wasted all our time, you could have done this 20 years back. We couldn't have. We couldn't have because there largely 3 things happened over the last 40, 45 years. Why? We are in a stage where we say that it is a blank field. The world has become flat, truly. Whether you are in San Francisco, you are in the Bay Area, or whether you are in Berhampur, it doesn't matter. How this has happened? The first thing which happened was democratizing computational power. All that you need is a computer to do your things, but a supercomputer can do far more. So if you want to do research, you have to code your DNA. It has taken 100 years for human civilization to decode their DNA, own DNA. It is because the power was not there. Now, in next 5 to 10 years, I think every species DNA will be decoded because the computational power has increased. How has that increased? Earlier we had seen those large radios, I think sir you would have seen, where there would be large transistors which get fused, you have to change it. Now this phone has some couple of billion transistors in it. So that is where the technology has reached. So there's a guy in 1965, Gordon Moore. He was one of the founders of Intel. So the Moore's law is still holding. He had told that every 2 years, the chip will hold, the number of transistors a chip will hold will double every 2 years, while the cost remaining same. And from 1965 onwards, all studies in the Harvard to whichever, it is showing that the graph is still continuing like that. So the computational power has increased, and increased because of this technology, and because networking happened, because internet came. Internet came in 90s, internet made available in India in 2000s, and internet has made all computers together as to one network. So today, the computational power is not the fiefdom of a large industry. Any one of you want to host your things, do research, do whatever in the cloud, you can do it. Earlier, you had to build your own data center to do that. Imagine the cost. This is why I say the democratization of technology has happened over the last 10, 15 years. The two things I said, technology came into being, then the networking happened, internet happened, and the last thing was AI, what the gentleman in the front told. What is AI? AI is basically a software. So we always had software. Now that software is able to do more because it has studied more. It has become more erudite. It has become more wise. So he is able to predict, do things, tell you things which a human brain possibly cannot even accommodate. So we have accommodational issue. We use 2% of our brain historically over the last 3-4 centuries, but the computer can use far more. So when in the context of AI, because you are entrepreneurs, you have to ask yourself that question, what happens to workers? So this is a broad canvas I am trying to paint. You will see, you will join the dots towards the end. What happens to workers? There are challenges. We say that if you are in the house of publishing, you don't require DTP operators, you don't require printing machines, you don't require anything. Now everything can be done through technology, and at a fraction of a price. Essentially, we used to operate in a field where we used to solve problems. So we had a problem, so somebody who is wiser will come up with some solution depending on their experience or their superior intellect, and try to figure that out how that problem gets solved. So that is how human beings kept on developing. But those used to be difficult because such people with experience and with intellect, it is not same, it's not common. So it's not that everybody's intellect is same, everybody's experience is same, and experience leads to more intellect. So people who do not have access to education, today we may feel that they are not intelligent enough, just because they do not have experience. Now that, when I said the world is flat, that is taken away. Now, even if you are intellect, you are not far more intelligent than a computer that I have, or my mobile that I have. You may have studied, done 3 PhDs, but I can ask you a variety of questions, 90% of which you will not be able to answer. Everything ChatGPT, Google will be able to answer. So who can solve a problem better? The AI and systems will solve your problems better than human beings can. This is a fact. You like it or you don't like it, you'll have to take it. Then the obvious question is, if they will solve the problems, what's our role? What's the role of human beings? The role of human beings, and I quote here, I've heard many people, I got impressed with one of the professors in Berkeley's, where we had gone last year, thanks to the delegate that government had sent us. He is into the research of chip and chip design, a Nobel laureate. He told the role of human beings will be to find and predict problems, not to solve them. So if you can find a problem, you have the means to solve that problem through the use of tech. That's the role of entrepreneurs. Find where is the next problem. So if somebody like Ritesh Agarwal could find a problem that people find it difficult when they travel abroad to book a room in a hotel. So he started what we know as Oyo. Similar, the example is that when you go somewhere, then the first thing that you need is a car. Not everybody has a car in every city. So that gave rise to Uber and Ola, whatever has happened. Can we predict the next problem or a problem for a section of society which exists? And if you can predict that, then there is enough technologies available which you can use and you can solve, and in the process can become millionaire. So to give you I think I need to tell a small joke here that people used to in past looked out upon entrepreneurs saying that no, you are not doing engineering, medical or getting into a government job. At least coming from the government side, I can tell you, don't do it to yourself, neither do it to your children. In government today, you work like a private sector, you don't get paid like that. So there is no fun in not being entrepreneurs anymore. I think I have told you how technology has come here, why technology is important, why we can do it now. I've told you the role of human beings, especially the role of entrepreneurs, what you can do. And I go back again to my classic example of the fridge and the Coke example that I gave in the beginning. What are the refrigerators that government is giving to you, which you can use to produce your Coke? So 20 years back, I was a student, I was writing my UPSC exam. We used to feel a little sorry for ourselves when we had to go to Delhi. So people you asked, where are you from? We have to sheepishly say that I am from Odisha. So Odisha meaning it will be KBK. The next question would be that you sell your children for food. So that's the era I have seen. Many of you would have seen that. That era is no more there. You go anywhere, you hold your head high and you say you are from Odisha, because this state, from being a food deficit state, that especially that Kalahandi, has become the food basket of the country. We are the third largest contributor to the food security of the nation today. We have given the first city which can drink from tap like they do it in Barcelona, Madrid or San Francisco or Tokyo. You don't have to put a RO machine. I hope nobody is there doing that business here. So we have given the first city, which is Puri, as a drink from tap city. And we are not stopping there. We are doing 28 more cities like that. We have given a sports infrastructure. I think we all will be proud to send our children there and wish that some Olympians can come. And the last Olympic javelin thrower practiced here for 6 months. Not in North, not in Delhi. He was here in Kalinga Stadium for 6 months. So today we are giving you the platforms. We are the largest infrastructure provider in any state comparison in terms of the roads, bridges, railway lines. We is the only state which has given 3 international connectivities fully funded by the state government. Why is that? It's all for you. You go to Dubai, you go to Singapore, the world is your oyster. You can go anywhere, do your business, increase that. So that's the fridge that we are thinking about. That is the refrigerators that we will provide to our community. But we would want you paint that canvas, you produce that Coke. So I think that is all that I had to say. I hope, as Chief Speaker, I have not disappointed you. It's a proud privilege again, and I would like to thank Tathagat Babu and Adesa ma'am for calling me here. And before I leave, congratulations to all the winners and people who have not won this time. Try targeting next year. That would be 51st. Godspeed. God bless. Bande Utkal Janani.
Thank you very much, Shri Mishra, for the wonderful address. As you have mentioned, like it or not, technology is here to stay, and we as business leaders should make the most of it and not let it take over us at all. Thank you so much once again for your address, and also you put a smile on everyone's face. Thank you so much. One extra thank you for that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, time to receive the address from our honorable chief guest. And before I invite him to the podium, let me give a brief introduction about him to you. Our honorable chief guest, Shri Salil Panigrahi, a Bhubaneswar born, a proud son of Odisha, is the managing director for Atmosphere Core, a global hospitality company headquartered in the Indian Ocean archipelago nation of the Maldives. Mr. Panigrahi started his career as a certified chartered accountant and today has nearly 30 years of direct experience in the hotel industry. He ventured to the Maldives nearly 25 years ago, where he embarked on a bold entrepreneurial journey, and since he has become a name to reckon within the Maldivian tourism industry. He has also brought his expertise back home to India, with 9 hotels and resorts of his flagship Atmosphere Core coming up across the country within the next 3 years. A keen eye for visual design and aesthetics has inspired Mr. Panigrahi to create some iconic properties in the Maldives. He has also contributed to the Maldives investment market by initiating several new banks to the country over time. Though an invaluable asset to the Maldivian tourism industry, he has not forgotten his roots at all and provided employment to scores of ODIs across his properties in the island nation and South Asia. In 2021, the President of India conferred the Prabasi Bharatiya Samman Award on Mr. Panigrahi as a recognition to his significant contributions to the tourism sector in the Maldives. He is also a recipient of prestigious Maldives President's Tourism Gold Award for his stellar contribution to the tourism sector through the development of acclaimed resorts in the Maldives, which has enhanced India's reputation only. Mr. Salil Panigrahi is the master architect behind many successful brands such as the Ozone Collection, Colors of Oblue, and Atmosphere Hotels and Resorts. The ease with which he has carved a niche for himself in the fiercely competitive world of luxury resorts in a far-off land is an inspiration for budding entrepreneurs in Odisha for sure. As an entrepreneur, he understands that success is not only about delivering guest experiences, but also anticipating and meeting the expectations of the shareholders, colleagues, and partners. Mr. Panigrahi's life motto is encapsulated in his company's philosophy of joy of giving. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we are honored to have him as our honorable chief guest, and now it's time to hear his address. Shri Salil Panigrahi, please.
Thank you, and half of them are lies. You have been very modest. Thank you, Mr. Satpathy and Mrs. Satpathy, to allow me to be here. Mr. Mishra, nice to see you and your inspiring speech. Fellow audience, entrepreneurs, and brothers and sisters of Odisha, namaskar. I didn't know what to say, but I have been briefed that most of me now she has told, and I was told that I should share a journey of my life, how, what, and I'll do that in Oriya. Please allow me. I just met Mr. Mishra. My Oriya will be little troublesome. And Mr. Satpathy is, we have got a little bit of connection. Mr. Satpathy ko Oja, Mojeja, pas eka garu, etu Orpobata Vishnathpur, and Muchwalu, Mrs. Satpathy ko vichare bahut shunichi, apan vichare shunichi. The house is like chari ghara chhadi ki am gaam pe. And I got to know Mr. Misra is from the same school where I studied, Unit 1. And we were discussing about Sasi sir, Dhruvo sir. He said, yeah, I'm a പഠിଥିଲୁ. So ମୁଁ ଏଠୁ Unit 1 ସ୍କୁଲରୁ ପଢ଼ିଥିଲି, ତାପରେ ବିଜେପି କଲେଜରେ, then science ପଢ଼ିଥିଲି. Like Mr. Misra said, everybody wanted to be an engineer, aspirant. ସେୟା ବି ଥିଲା, IIT ପାଇଁ appear କରିଥିଲୁ, RIS ପାଇଁ apply କରିଥିଲୁ, ପାଇନଥିଲୁ. So then I pursued my career in physics in BJP college. Dream thila scientist hava pai. Kintu halfway through chhadidelu kailu je bahut patho padhiyaku padibo. So there was that time also when we passed out our science, MCA was the hot topic. Bahut sanga ethi abo kakre Jivitesh sala moro batchmate se physics ro se bahut sanga mane MCA gale am bi try kolu MCA भी पाइलु नहीं हमको चढ़ा एम छाड़ दियो CA करीबा. So I went for CA and it was not difficult, you know, समझते कॉलेज CA, but I somehow 3-4 वर्ष रे सारी की पढ़े आसु. Then we said that what we should do. So that कॉलेज CA समझते practice करिवो, CA farm करिवो, just hesitant because something was telling me inside that I should do something in life. So that was a inquisitiveness je kichu gote kariba. So and interesting enough mo the CA career re amanku kariyaku pade audit, and majority of my audit was on the 5-star hotels. For is a coincidence as you say, or is a God's grace? So then I joined Oberoi Hotel. So I joined as a chief accountant. Worked there for 1.5 years. I got a call from a recruitment company. Would you like to go to Maldives? I said, why not? So I went to Maldives in beginning of 96. I worked for a company which was a small hotel company owned by a British Indian called Sonu Shivdasani, whose name is synonymous with a big brand called Six Senses Hotels. So I learned through him. I was a finance controller, then I became a group director of finance. But through process, ଆପଣ जो कहले unquote Mr. Misra, anything in the company, when they say who will do this job, which was not in finance, I see if nobody is raising my hand, I raise my hand, whether it is engineering, whether it is hotel service. So what it did, it made me to learn things which are outside the scope of a finance guy. So it continued, and for 4 years, on the 5th year, there was a interesting thing happened. I will not tell any employees to do that, what I did. So I was meeting some people. So one fellow said that, it's just friends. There is an island available for developing a resort. Would you be interested? So it was night 11 o'clock. I said, yes. And he said, then you have to give the offer tonight that you will build the hotel here. So I tried to call my boss, who was holidaying in Sweden. I said, look, the opportunity will go. So without authority, without a board resolution, I gave an offer letter. And that offer letter was a, you know, they say lock click somewhere or life changes somewhere, and that was the turning point of mine in 2000. So my boss came and he said, look, without authorization you have done it. I said, sir, otherwise you would have lost it. Then he told me it was a good mistake you have done. It was not a bad mistake. And I got my first stock option in that project. I made my first $1 million, and he said that you have got it, now you have to get the money, you have to build it, I don't have time, so I don't have money. So then I went, I said, look, that's a problem, now I have to find the money. So then I spoke to another 5 people whom I know they have money. I said, sir, this is the opportunity, would you like to join? And interesting enough, they saw it's a good opportunity. They all plugged in. The hotel was built in 1 year, and the next year it was awarded as the second best hotel in the world, called Sonevageli. So that gave me encouragement to move forward. I said, look, now I think there is something I can do of my own. When you get the first million, the next, they say, is easier. It was not that easier. So in 2004, Government of Maldives has got peculiar systems where they give islands for developing resorts and hotels, and you bid, you do a very intensive proposal from environment to business plan and all, and you submit the proposal. If they like the proposal, they award the island to you. Surprisingly, in 2000, post-tsunami, we got 4 islands. Me and my friends put together some bids and 4 islands. And we, in between, I also did few more projects like Island Hideaway, Constance, a few projects. So I was building up my capital through the process, buying, selling, building, making some PMCs, making some money out of PMC, putting some shares, and encashing it. So why I'm telling you this journey is it might help you, the enthusiasts, to become entrepreneurs. So it went on, and it became so well, I think by God's grace, then we had a banking partner like Marine Lynch. They were interested in us. They says, okay, you go ahead and expand. We did it. We went through the 2000 crisis because Marine Lynch went bankrupt, and our major partner, they went bankrupt. So we went through a rough patch, again came back. It was I will not explain you the whole struggle, but that struggle was good for me to what I did after that. So in 2013, after learning all this, I said, let me start my own brand. I was building hotels for brands like Six Senses, Constance, Centara, few international brands. I said, let me start. Let me take this up. So we started in 2013, the first hotel. A friend of mine, again you say, he was passing by the road. He said, Salil, look, yeah, I am trying to finish my hotel for last 5 years. I couldn't finish it. Can you help me to finish it and take over the management? I said, oh. I said, great. So and that's where the first Atmosphere Hotel was built, which was, he has not completed over 5 years. We took over with my expertise and certain help of friends. We managed to finish it in the next 6 months, and we opened the hotel in 2013, and then the journey has been smooth. We have we just signed 9th hotel yesterday in Maldives. So then it become easy. And that's all about my story. I finished there. I will not bore you with that. So next I will add a few things I would like to talk from my experience, not from the textbook. So what's an enterprise? Enterprise is a business setup which is done mostly it is done for deriving profit, but of course some enterprises like NGOs and all, they are not, although made for deriving profit, they are created for creating wealth. They create good human resource, they create good living conditions for people, freedom of speech, etc., etc. So sometimes then what's an entrepreneur? As Mr. Mishra said, AI will give you all the tools to solve a problem, but you should have a foresight to see the problem. Entrepreneurship is all about a foresight and finding the market gap. You have to find the market gap because the place is pretty crowded, and it's good to find a market gap within that. That will lead to finding new business and, more important, appetite to take the risk is worth. You have to have appetite to take the risk. And that risk is taking ability is very important. And evaluating the risk versus return. That's what is a good quality of entrepreneurs. So I will go through a few definitions of mine. Second, again, I'll say, we are all confused between information and knowledge. A lot of people, we go through Google, ChatGPT, we get a lot of information, and we mistaken that is knowledge. Knowledge is a in-depth knowledge of the information. You just not information, you analyze it, and you understand in depth of it. And when you combine the knowledge with your wisdom, and what is wisdom? Wisdom is the application, where you apply the applications to your knowledge to find a solution. So it's very important to have the knowledge and understand the application, which is called wisdom. So here I'll go for a few of my suggestions, from my experience, not from the textbook again. So to take any kind of risk or starting any enterprise, do your homework properly and stay on course. Do not believe on superficial knowledge. Get in-depth knowledge on the subject, what you want to pursue. As a startup, you are the leader. What you want to start, develop your skill set first. Not that I will just hire the professionals and I will do the job. That's a job of a businessman. Try to difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you have to develop the skill sets by yourself. You should know, if I'm starting a restaurant, I should know how to cook. I should know how to deliver the food. First thing I should know. And with that skill set, I would try to, through the process, with my intuitiveness, I will try to excel and be one of the best. And while doing it, a lot of time we lose hope and lose our patience. I would say that that's the testing time. Stay on course, believe on yourself, take a deep breath, and believe on God. Very important on startups and entrepreneurs, transparency. Absolute truth is 1 and false is 0. There is nothing between 0 and 1. No decimals. Just be truthful to your partners, to your colleagues, to your bankers, to your investors, to your employees. Just be truthful. I have money, I have no money. I have no money, I will go straight and I will say, I have no money, but I have got this idea. And if your thought process is clear, I'm 100% that everybody will believe you and success will follow. Sustainability is the key. So whatever you think about the sustainability. Today it will happen, aaj ka date mein, I will sell, this will work for 10 days, 11th day I will see something else. No. Make your model sustainable in terms of profitability, in terms of productivity, in respect of employee relations. Sustainability is key. And sustainability with the environment that we are doing all. Consistency is paramount. Very important. Quality assurance, consistency. What you say, what you deliver should match, or you under-promise, over-deliver. But consistency is paramount. You go to a restaurant. It's not about you go back there every time because they're inventing new food or no, you go back there because you know consistently you will get the quality food there. You go back to branded hotels. Why? Because consistently they give you quality Stay there. So consistency is key on your thinking process, in your deliverables. And from my experience, I say my colleagues, or you say employees, I don't call them employees, I call them colleagues. They are your partners. They are your business partners. As entrepreneurs, as a startup, you have to take your colleague and build up the team as they're your partners in life, partners in emotions, partners in profitability. And focus on strategic development, delivery at low cost and at the lowest time. So time management is necessary, cost management is necessary. And please focus on that on the startup. Do not shy away from seeking the help of professionals and peoples of the industry who has got wisdom. So do not shy away from taking their experience. So these are my few tips, and now I'll conclude with a few simple things of my being Oriya and staying outside and my experience. In fact, we are a community, we are a little shy in our behavior. I am also shy. You know, before coming here, I had to meditate extra 1 hour that I will be on the podium. So I am also a very shy person. I don't go normally. My PR department and my COs and all, they attend to public forums. I don't attend mostly. But being shy, I have found we are very profound. Oriya peoples are very profound outside. I meet them in Europe. I meet them in Singapore, Dubai, Maldives. I will tell you proudly, whoever the Oriyas have gone to Maldives, whichever field they have gone, doctors, engineers, I think they have all made name for themselves. They all have made name for themselves. They are known in the society. Yeah, he's a good doctor. He's a good engineer. He's a good banker. There are some bankers who are there. So they all have made name there. Not only there, I see in Dubai. And what I've seen in the large companies, I will not name, so many Oriyas are there in Infosys, they are in Wipro, they are in Intel. But what I've seen with us, we are not the front benchers. We might be the back bencher, but we stay there till all the card falls. We come out with a solution or stand for it when the time is necessary. I've seen that with all the Oriya professionals working outside Odisha. So we should be proud of that. We don't sell ourselves so much, but we should start selling ourselves, but we should not lose our quality of that humbleness. So my last few words to all my friends, I say, and that's mantra of my life. I say, stay simple, stay humble, stay as a human. Jai Jagannath.
Beautifully spoken, sir. Thank you so much. Honestly, yes, simplicity and consistent, these are the key. Of course, it takes a lot of patience and everything to be a very successful business leader and take with you a whole family. But you can do it. You all are the examples of the state, and here we have pretty beautiful 3 examples on the stage. And we hope together we can be, it's very beautiful to be hearing good things about Oriya leaders outside. As sir just mentioned, we have great doctors, engineers, and many successful entrepreneurs outside. We don't usually hear that from a lot of people about our Oriya friends. But then as we have come to that in 2024, how about we hold hands of each other, stand by with each Oriya brother and sister of ours, and take Odisha steps ahead at once. Thank you so much, our honorable chief guest, for such encouraging speech and address. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to receive the address of our editor, Dharitri and Orissapost. And before I invite him, I would like to speak a few words for him. Shri Tathagat Satpathy, a very well-known name in Odisha, a politician with a clean record. He was a one-time MLA and four-time member of parliament in Lok Sabha from his beloved constituency, Dhenkanal. He is known for his fearless vocalization of views on important matters of policy and polity. His strong editorials have many a times pointed out the social injustice and helped bring justice to the affected. After a long and successful stint in politics, while he was at the height of the popularity, Mr. Satpathy announced he was distancing himself from politics to focus on journalism. He feels the pen is indeed the tool to bring social change and justice. In 1986, he had taken over as editor Dharitri newspaper and turned it into one of the most popularly trusted newspapers that has now emerged as a successful brand known throughout the Odia-speaking world. Passionate about environment, nature conservation, polity, policy and coffee, Mr. Tathagata Satpathy, editor Dharitri and Orissapost, is hereby requested to deliver his address to the August gathering present in front of us. Shri Satpathy, please.
Thank you, Shobana ma'am. I would like to start by saying, hail the entrepreneur, hail the job creator, and hail all of you here who have struggled, fought, and have reached a certain level in life, which I am sure none of you think this is where you want to be. You want to be much higher. But you have risen from the ordinary into the extraordinary. So, apna manankara joy ho. Bastavare Odisha re darkar ebhali eka vatavarana, ebhali eka atmosphere. एटी तो आम पाखे अच्छा एटमोस्फियर मालिक सलील बाबू किंतु ओडिशा रे भी एभली गोटे एटमोस्फियर दरकार जोटी की जो माने निजे खटिकिरी जो माने निजे काम करिकिरी दिन राति न खाई न पी देह को खराब करिकिरी कौन सी खाइबार समय रहेनी शोइबार समय रहेनी से माने आज ए राज्य को वास्तव में से ही माने ही ए राज्य को गढ़ुंट आमे मोर मन अच्छी आम जो मुझे पिला थी से आम घरे बामण घरे जमती हुए अपन जानी सो कॉल्ड अपर कास्ट नाकटा उपरकू थी पेट कौं कौं कर दाना नथिबो घरे किंतु इगोरे जर्जरित सेतबेले आमरी परिवार रे भी मु भाबुथली जे आम परिवार एमानसिपेटेड को झियो को बाहाघर करबा आगुरु भाबुथले जे पुओ कोन करूची बेपार करूची ना 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 से जदि सरकारी चाकरी करूची कि कोठी सेमिति अछि घरोई कंपनी चाकरी भी नुह सरकारी चाकरी जदि करूची तार सम्मान अधिक थिला तार मैरिजेबल वैल्यू वाज हायर किंतु धीरे धीरे आमरी गुटिया लाइफ टाइम रे आमे देखिले जे तार बहुत परिवर्तन हेलानी आज लोक रियलाइज कलेनी जे जदि आमे गोटे पीसफुल सोसाइटी क्रिएट करि परिबा जदि समाज रे शांति आनी परिबा एवं आमे जदि गोटे पॉजिटिव वाइब्रेशन रखी परिबा ताहले बिजनेस बढ़िबो ट्रेड बढ़िबो कॉमर्स बढ़िबो इंडस्ट्री बढ़िबो एवं एटा बढ़िले ही लोकंकर इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ हेले ही पुनर्बार समाज रे शांति प्रतिष्ठा ही परिबो सो शांति आनी दबो शांति पीस ब्रिंग्स फोर्थ पीस एई कथार प्रमाण होउची दैट an atmosphere has to be created where the entrepreneur has to not only survive but prosper and grow. मु आमर दुई जन जाक गेस्टଙ୍କର ଭାଷଣକୁ ବହୁତ ଇଣ୍ଟେଣ୍ଟଲି ଶୁଣୁଥିଲି। मनोज बाबूଙ୍କର ଗୋଟିଏ କଥା ମୋତେ ବହୁତ ଆପିଲ୍ କଲା। ସେ କହିଲେ ଯେ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମଟା କ'ଣ ଆଗ ସେଇଟା ଜାଣିବା ଦରକାର। ସେଇଟା ଖାଲି ଟେକ୍ନୋଲୋଜିରେ ସୀମିତ ନୁହେଁ। ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ପବ୍ଲିକ ଲାଇଫରେ ଥିଲି ସେ ସମୟରେ ବି ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଛି ଅନେକ ଗାଁ ଗଣ୍ଡାକୁ ଯାଇଛି ଲୋକ ବାସ୍ତବରେ କ'ଣ ତାଙ୍କର ସମସ୍ୟା ସେଇଟା କହିପାରନ୍ତିନି। ଦେ ଆର୍ ଇନକେପେବଲ୍ ଅଫ୍ verbalizing what the problems are. So ସେଟା ଯଦି ନ ପାରିବେ ସେ ସେଥିରୁ କହିବେ ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆମର ରାସନ ଆସୁନି କି ଆମର ଡାକ୍ତର ସବୁଦିନ ଆସୁନି, କମ୍ପାଉଣ୍ଡର ଆସୁନି, ଡାକ୍ତର ଆସୁନି, ଟ୍ରିଭିଆଲାଇଜ୍ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତି। କିନ୍ତୁ କୋର୍ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ କ'ଣ ଅନେକ ଥର ସାଧାରଣ ଲୋକ ବି କୋର୍ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ଟାକୁ ଠାବ କରିକିରି ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଆଉଟ୍ କରିକିରି ତାକୁ କହିବା ପାଇଁ କି ମୋଷ୍ଟ ପିପଲ୍ ଆର୍ ଇନକେପେବଲ୍। ସୋ ଟେକ୍ନୋଲୋଜି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଶିଖେଇଲା। ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏଇ ଚାଟ୍ ଜିପିଟି ଫୋନ୍ରେ ଆସିଲା 8 ମାସ ବର୍ଷେ ଆଗରୁ ମିସେସ୍ ଆଦ୍ୟାଶା ଶତପଥୀ ତାଙ୍କ ଫୋନ୍ରେ ଲୋଡ଼୍ କଲେ। ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖା ଦେଖି ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ସବୁ କଥାରେ କପି କରେ। ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖା ଦେଖି ମୁଁ ବି ଲୋଡ଼୍ କଲି। ପଇସା କଟିଗଲା। ମୁଁ ଭାବିଲି ଏଇଟା ପଇସା ବି ଗଲା, ଏଇଟାରେ କ'ଣ କରିବି ହେଲେ। ସେଥିରୁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ସେଥିରେ ବି କପି କଲି। କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଲି ସେଥିରେ ଚାଟ୍ ଜିପିଟି ଯେତେ ଭଲ ହଉ ଆପଣ ଯାହା ପ୍ରମ୍ପ୍ଟ ଦେବେ ସେ ପ୍ରମ୍ପ୍ଟ ଅନୁସାରେ ସେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଏସେ ଲେଖିଦେବ, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କବିତା ଲେଖିଦେବ, ସବୁ କରିଦେବ। କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ପ୍ରମ୍ପ୍ଟଟା ଦେଇ ଜାଣିବା ଦରକାର। ସେଇଠି ମୁଁ ଭାବିଲି ଯେ ଆରେ ମଣିଷଟା ସବୁବେଳେ ଏଇ ପ୍ରମ୍ପ୍ଟ କରିବାରେ ହିଁ ରହିବ। ସୋ ଆପଣ ଯଦି ଠିକ୍ ପ୍ରମ୍ପ୍ଟ ନ ଦେଇପାରିବେ ଆପଣ 10,000 ଟଙ୍କାର ଚାଟ୍ ଜିପିଟି ଡାଉନଲୋଡ଼ କରିକି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଫୋନ୍ରେ ରଖନ୍ତୁ, it will not give you a satisfactory return. So prompt ta hochi human interface जोटार essential aspect बुधे आमे समस्ते thank god जो डरुछंती जे चैट जो AI आसिले मनीष अकामी ही जीव सेटा हबनी मोर विश्वास। एमिति केते टेक्नोलोजी आसिलानी जेतेबेले चक्कटाकू किए ना किए गोटे इनवेंट करथिला तो मन जो केते गोटे ना भी शूट ऑफ करदेले कि जेतेबेले चक्कटाकू राउंड एटाकू किए गोटे इनवेंट करथिला पत्थर रे काटिकरी करथिला सेतेबेले निश्चित भाव रे तार संग साथी भाबिथो अरे ये तो चक्क करदेला, ये तो बोधे बसिकरी गड़िकरी पळेइबो कुआडे गोटे। किंतु आज आमे जानिलु केई कुआडे पळेइलेनी, से जोठी जिए सेठी सिए। सेही भली भाव रे ये चैट जीपीटी हो, ये AI हो, ये जहाँ टेक्नोलोजी आसुची ये सबको ए मनीषर आम समस्तंकर एबिलिटी अच्छी आमे ताकू खाइकरी गिली दे परिया। खाली ताकू आमे चिंता करिवा कथा केमिति व्यवहार करिवा। विशेषकरी बिजनेस रे, विशेषकरी इंडस्ट्री ट्रेड रे किछि लोक करि पारुछंती, समस्ते करि पारु नांती। आमे भाबु जे ओके आमर बयस हो गलानी हुए तो टेक्नोलोजी इज नॉट फॉर अस, बट टेक्नोलोजी मु जहाँ देखिलेनी मु जतिकी जतिकी यूज करुची मो पुओ ठू देखुची मो देश मैडम ठू देखुची टेक्नोलोजी इज फॉर एवरी एज ग्रुप। कौन सी गोटे एज ग्रुप रे सेटा लिमिटेड नुहे। छुआ जदि वीडियो गेम्स खेलुछंती कि से भाव रे यूज करुछंती आपण माने जो माने भावुंट जे मु ओल्ड कहबिनी आपण मैंने मैच्योर करिगलेनी समस्ते। आपण मैंने जो मैंने भावुंट जे मैच्योर्ड बोली आपण मानक पाई की भी टेक्नोलोजी अच्छी विच आई एम श्योर ऑल ऑफ अस कैन यूज एंड इंक्रीज आवर प्रोडक्टिविटी। आम स्टेज रे आज हाईटेक भी अच्छी, आम स्टेज रे आज इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस भी अच्छी। आम गोटे ओडिशा रे गोटे परिस्थिति रे आसी पहुँचीचु। आम ये धरित्री रे गोटे इंटरेस्टिंग जिनस नोटिस करिचु। धरित्री एवं ओडिशा पोस्ट रे आम जो 4-5 वर्ष है बिजनेस एमिनेंस अवार्ड्स दौचु, दिस इज टू सेलिब्रेट दी एंटरप्रेन्योर। एवं धरित्री ओडिशा पोस्ट आम गोटे जिनस देखिलुनी जोटा आमको बहुत सैटिस्फैक्शन दिए, आमको बहुत खुशी करे जे इठी आमे जो मानू एक्नॉलेज करुचु, जो मानू ऑनर करुचु, एक्नॉलेज नो खाली ऑनर करुचु, आमे जानिचु जे सेमाने बहुत कष्ट देकरी आज ए स्तर को आछंती साधारण रे कोन हुए बैकग्राउंड तो कई देखंतिनी आज आपण माने सलील बाबू को देखिए कहे अरे ये तो उड़िया पिला ये तो यही भुवनेश्वर रु पाठ पढ़िकी जाइछंती ये कौन जाइकरी मालदीव्स रे सिटी एते बड़ व्यवसायी हो गले एते बड़ एंटरप्रेन्योर हो गले बट द स्ट्रगल ही मस्ट हैव गॉन थ्रू जार किछि झलक जार किछि अल्प टिके अंग आमे देखिलु सुनिलु आज से स्ट्रगल टाकू कहीं एक्नॉलेज करंतिनी आमे धरित्री एवं ओडिशा पोस्ट रे से स्ट्रगल टाकू एक्नॉलेज करूछु आज आपण जो स्तर रे पहुंचती आमे जगन्नाथ पाखे प्रार्थना करूँ आपण आहुरी बड़ हूँ कि से स्ट्रगल टा दैट हैज टू बी एक्नॉलेज्ड बाय सोसाइटी एट लार्ज दैट समबडी इज केपेबल टू डू दिस आउ गोटे कथा हमको खुशी लगे जे आमर एठी रिकग्निशन एटा टिके टिके अखाड़ुआ कथा कि कहवाक चाहूँगी ये कि जे आमे एठी जो मान को एक्नॉलेज करूँ ऑनर करूँ आमको खुशी लगे जे ता परे परे विभिन्न ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सेमानंकु दृष्टि पकांती सेमानंकु एक्नॉलेज करंती सेमानंकु ऑनर करंती एवं ता परे परे आमे विभिन्न गणमाध्यम रे विभिन्न मंच रे देखू जे सेमाने ऑनर्ड होउछंती सो धरित्री एंड ओडिशा पोस्ट हैव ऑलवेज ट्राइड टू बी ट्रेल ब्लेजर्स टू क्रिएट न्यू फॉर्मेट्स आमे खुशी जे आमको भी ठाकुर एतिकी आशीर्वाद देइछंती आमे सेटा करि पारुछु बट सेटा करिबा पाई कि भी आम पाई कि जो साहाय्य आमर स्पॉन्सर माने आमर बंधु माने जो माने ई मिशन टाकू बुझिछंती आमर जो कष्टटा आमे भी करूछु टू सर्वाइव एंड टू पुश थ्रू नॉट ओनली गोटे एटमोस्फियर क्रिएट करने को हेले गोटे वातावरण सृष्टि करने को हेले जड़े लोक धनी हम कि जड़े लोक पाखे पैसा रहीटा को जो कहते क्रोनी कैपिटलिज्म समाज रे क्रोनी कैपिटलिज्म टा गोटे मु भावे जे सेटा गोटे नेचुरल जिनस नुहे सी बेसी दिन लास्ट करि पारिबनी सो समस्ते जेतबेले आगेबे व्हेन एवरीबॉडी प्रॉस्पर्स देन आई प्रॉस्पर यू प्रॉस्पर ऑल ऑफ अस प्रॉस्पर सो आमे जदि भाबिबा जे मु एकुटिया सब नहीं जीवी सेटा हुएनी साधारण रे सेटा नेचर रो पाथ नुहे सो वी हैव बीन ब्लेस्ड टू ऑनर all of you here today, those who have won the awards today, those who have won the awards earlier. We are also very happy that we are creating an atmosphere, we are helping. जमती जो गुंडीचु मुसा जमती बाली पकाउला सेतुबंधरे से सेतुबंध सागर आपण राम को जोड़तुनि एटा गोटे कथा खाली मुझे पॉलिटिक्स आणुनी को धर्म नहीं पॉलिटिक्स नहीं एथरे कारण आजिकल किछि कहबा आगु 5 थर भाबियो पड़छि एटा कहा संगे कोन कनेक्ट हो क्रोनी कैपिटलिज्म कह देला बेलकु मु भाबछि अरे की कोन भाबिलानी की एटी गुंडीचु मुसा सेतुबंध कहला सेतुबंध किए बांधिला ना सी बांधिले सी किए ने आमे जाननु सी किए एनीवे मु सेगुडा के पसियो चाहेनी मोर खाली कहवा कथा जे ये जो the great path of Odisha as a land आपण माने जानी थे मु आ टिके मिनिट खंडे कहबी आपण माने जानी थे हम इतिहास जेतेबेले मुगल्स आसिले एवं ता पूर्वरु जेतेबेले आपणकर पर्शियंस भी आसिथिले जेतेबेले अफगान्स भी आसिथिले अफगान्स विशेष करी से समय रे Kalinga was never occupied by the Mughals or by the Afghans. सेमाने से ऊपर ऊपर बेंगल रे रही गले बेंगल जाई जाई करी सेतबेले सेमाने आजिरो बांग्लादेश एवं त्रिपुरा पर्यंत जाउथिले किंतु नॉर्थ ईस्ट रो से स्टेट्स गुडा को नथिला कलिंग भी नथिला ब्रिटिश समय रे भी आमर एठी 26 ना 27 टी राजा एठी शासन करथिले डायरेक्टली ब्रिटिशर्स केबे हमको शासन करी नाहंती तांकर एनवॉइस थिले विभिन्न कोर्ट रे किंतु डायरेक्टली से माने करी नाहंती किछि अंश मद्रास प्रेसिडेंसी रे थिला जेतेबेले सेटा ब्रिटिश रे थिला किछि अंश बेंगल प्रेसिडेंसी रे सेटा थिला किंतु मेजर पार्ट हमर आमे गवर्नड हेई नाहु विदेशी शक्ति द्वारा सेतपि पार्लियामेंट रे बसिकरी मते बेले बेले आगरु से जो बीजेपी रो किछि बंधु सांसद कहउथिले अच्छा तथागत who's your freedom, who's a well-known freedom fighter of Odisha? So I used to think, and I had to tell them that you will be surprised to know that we did not have a freedom struggle in Odisha. Amar Gorjat Andolanta thila amar core. We fought against the kings. We fought against injustice of the royal families. We fought against oppressors whom the kings inducted to oppress us. But amar gote directly crown viruddhare amar semti gote बड़ धरणर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल नथिला ता माने नुह जे ए जाति स्ट्रगल करिनी ए जाति स्ट्रगल करिछि ए जाति को भगवान गोटे अलगा बाट दैछन से जो भगवान रे आपण विश्वास करनतु ये बाटटा उड़िया लोक भूलिबा कथा नुहे उड़ीसा माटी रे जे रहुछि से भूलिबा कथा नुहे दैट बाय बीइंग ऑन दिस अर्थ ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर पीस ऑफ लैंड यू आर ब्लेस्ड और सेटा को एक्नॉलेज करी हबो जेतोले आमे जानिबा जे आम पिला खाली दादन नुहे आम पिला खाली सूरत जिबे सेठी इंडस्ट्री चलेबे ता नुहे वी आर नॉट ए सर्वेंट रेस आम मन भितर से फीलिंग टा पूरी दिया जाइछि नो वी आर नॉट ए सर्वेंट रेस वी आर ए रेस which went out into the 7 seas. We are a race which fought great wars or war mane ajikali ka yuddha no hele bi great struggles. We brought in social transformation. So ame nijuku tike chinhi kiri ame jodi sei चिन्हिबा परे सेही फीलिंग को आम जदि आम समाज रे इम्प्लीमेंट करि परिबा ताकू जदि रखि परिबा एवं इफ वी कैन क्रिएट एन एटमॉस्फेयर दिस विल बी दी इकोनॉमिक पावर हाउस फॉर इंडिया आज सबू राजनेता सबू राजनैतिक दल सबू व्यावसायिक संगठन समस्त नजर रही ओडिशा उपरे तार गोटे कारण अच्छे ये खाली लोक मीक एंड माइल्ड नुह ये आप कम करेंगे जो मैंने बड़ शिल्प बसई से जानी ये कम करवा केते कष्ट ये ह्यूमन रिसोर्स पाइबा केते कष्ट ये गोटे बेसिक लेवल ऑफ एफिशिएंसी पाइबा केते कष्ट तथापि समस्ते हमको अनैछंती मते जने एबे निकट रे दिल्ली रो जने जर्नलिस्ट आस्थिले मते कहले करे अरे तथागत इफ समबडी हैज ओडिशा वो तो नेशनल पार्टी को भी फंडिंग कर देगा हाँ आमको सेमती देखु था खाली मुर्गा भाव में बेकटा को मोड़ी करी कक 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 आम करूँ बेकटा को मोड़ी करी आमको तंदूर करी खाइबो सो दैट इज नॉट वेयर वी वांट टू बी we want to be our own masters and we have to be our own masters and in front of me are a set of people who have decided or who had in their destiny written for them that they will be masters they will not be servants and Odisha is inspired by you the youth of Odisha should know you even better you are the future creators not just job creators, but you are creating the future of the state, of this land. We are proud of you. We pray for your success. And both Dharitri and Orissapost will always be there beside you in your struggle to grow, to prosper, and to make this land a greater land where people come here and respect this land and respect the people. Thank you.
धन्यवाद श्रीयुक्त शतपथी ओडिशा को एवं ओडिया भाषा को भल पाउथिबा जने व्यक्तित्व ही एमती शब्दावली आवृत्ति करि पारंती आमे ओडिया माने स्वाभिमानी आमको स्वाभिमान रखिबा सिखा जाइछि तबे कर्म क्षेत्र रे मध्य आमे स्वाभिमान रखिबा निहाती आवश्यक एवं ता पर ही आमको सेही सम्मान मिलि परिबो जहा कि आमे सब बेले अपेक्षा करि रहि थाउ आशा करि रहि थाउ बहुत सुंदर भाव रे निजर अभिभाषण रखिछन्ति श्री शतपथी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद नाउ लेडीज एंड जेंटलमेन टाइम टू प्रेजेंट द बिजनेस एमिनेंस अवार्ड्स फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल many congratulations to all the business leaders and entrepreneurs of the state before we start the awards could we give a big round of applause to all the entrepreneurs of our state And from the very first season we have started doing it. COVID समय रे आमर एई यात्रा आरंभ होइतिला सेई समय रे आमे फेलिसिटेट करितिलु सेई समस्तंकु जो माने कोविड भली कष्ट समय रे मध्य निजो एम्प्लॉइज माननकु चाकरी रु बाहर करि नथिले सेई समय रे तांको सैलरी मध्य कमेई नथिले गोटे परिवार को जाबुडी धरि कि आगे चलथिले तांको परिवार पई स्ट्रेंथ हेटिया हेतिले आज आमे चतुर्थ संस्करण रे पहुंचीचु आशा करूचु धरित्री एवं ओडिसा पोस्ट परिवार तरफ रु आपण ए सम्मान हृदय सहित ग्रहण करिवे. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is no particular order. There is just an alphabetical order we are following. Let me request our business leaders to come on the stage and accept the award from our honorable chief guest, chief speaker and editor, Dharitri Odisha Post. So, first of all, let us welcome the proprietor, Sun Honda, Sun Automobiles, Shri Anesh Agarwal on the stage.
Anesh Agarwal, proprietor Sun Honda. Automobiles industry रे एक जनाशुना नाम आनेश अग्रवाल. उच्च शिक्षा परे नियुक्ति पाई किछि वर्ष चाकरी करिबा परे चाकरीरु मुह फेराई जोग दियंती व्यवसाय रे. प्राय एक दशंधिरु अधिक समय हेलानी से होंडा डीलरशिप नै ग्राहकन को जोगाई आसुछंती उत्कृष्ट सेवा.
Sun Honda is not just a retail organization. It believes in best possible services and customer building relationship. It feels so proud. I would like to thanks to the Honda Group for believing in me. Such love and belief motivates me to pursue the boundaries of excellence.
Congratulations, Shri Agarwal, and all the very best for a beautiful future. Next awardee, the Managing Director of Khatta Mitha, Shri Anup Kumar Bagai. Let's welcome you on the stage.
Anup Kumar Bagai, Managing Director, Khatta Mitha. एक फास्ट फूड व्यवसाय रु निजर व्यवसायिक यात्रा आरंभ करती अनुप कुमार बगाई. निजर दृढ़ इच्छा शक्ति और कठिन परिश्रम बल रे आज ओडिशा रे एक लोकप्रिय कैटरिंग संस्था होई परिछि खट्टा मिठा. बड़ बड़ कार्यक्रम रे सुस्वादु खाद्य परसी साउंटुछंती प्रशंसा.
नो मोर जिंसो, नो मोर प्रेजेंटेशन, नो मोर टेस्ट. ओडिशा रे आमे चेष्टा करबा, कर्म करबा, आगेवाटा निश्चय सेया हैला. कलकत्ता रे लोक आसंती कि आगे हम साउथ इंडियन खाई खाई जेतले थकी जाऊ आपन को छोला भटूरा, आलू टिक्की चाट, पापड़ी चाट को खूब एंजॉय करू.
अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा श्री बगाई. All the very best. Next awardee is the Director Manikestu Agro, Ms. Jayanti Mahapatra. Let's welcome you on this stage.
Jayanti Mahapatra, founder and CEO Manikestu Agro Private Limited. 1000 रु अधिक चासी परिवार और 60 रु अधिक प्राणी सेवा अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देवा सह नियुक्ति देई पालटिछंती उदाहरण.
Manikestu is basically a social impact company, and we specialize into all the services in and around goods, where we are a central hub point and we run different revenue models like goat bank, manure, and support all the farmers by giving them animals with a buyback arrangement.
Congratulations, Ms. Mahapatra, and all the very best. The next Business Eminence awardee is the co-founder Kruti Coffee, Dr. Kamakhya Das, please.
Dr. Kamakhya Das, co-founder Kruti Coffee. देशर कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर रे एक जनाशुना ना डॉक्टर कामाख्या दास. तांका सहभागिता और सहयोग रे प्राय एक दशंधि धरी कृति कॉफी निजर एक स्वतंत्र स्थान बजाय रखिछि.
So Kruti Coffee is one of the leading specialty coffee ventures in India. We have multiple outlets in Odisha and beyond it, especially in Mumbai. I myself trained in specialty coffee roasting from Specialty Coffee Association, the world's #1 coffee skills body, up to the professional level. And that's what we're reflecting in the various specialty coffees we are creating out of coffee from Odisha.
Congratulations, Dr. Das, and all the very best. The next business eminence awardee would be the Managing Director, Odisha Plasto Pipes Private Limited, Shri Kaushal Podar. Let's have you on the stage.
कौशल पोदार, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, ओडिशा प्लास्टो पाइप्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। उच्च शिक्षा लाभ करिबा परे प्रवेश करंती बापंको द्वारा आरंभ होइतिबा व्यवसाय रे परे नुआ नुआ टेक्नोलॉजी को आपणाई से आगु को बढ़ंती व्यवसाय को तांको परिचालन रे आज ओडिशा प्लास्टो पाइप्स होई परिची एक भरोसा योग्य ब्रांड।
ऑल ओवर इंडिया रो जो मैन्युफैक्चरर्स आसी कि एठी प्रोडक्ट तांको सेल करंती तांको हम स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री को एठी कम्पीट करबा बहुत डिफिकल्ट होउची आउ जा द्वारा बहुत इंडस्ट्री एठी सीख हे जाउचंती तथापि आम बहुत चेष्टा करूँ इवन स्ट्रगल करी बहुत फाइट करी आम निजु को एमती भल पोजिशन आनीचु जे आज दिन में आम संगे कम्पीट करी ये पोजिशन आसी पहुँचीचु।
अनेक अनेक अभिनंदन श्री कौशल पदार। Our next business eminence awardee would be the Managing Director, Shri Durga Retail Private Limited, Shri Kotni Tirmula Kumar. Let's have you on the dais, please.
कोटनी तिरुमल कुमार, डायरेक्टर श्री दुर्गा रिटेल। व्यवसाय रे प्रतियोगिता को सबुबेले सकारात्मक ढंगरे नहीं निज पारिवारिक व्यवसाय को करिसेंती समृद्ध। गोटिए परे गोटिए स्थान रे आउटलेट खोली टेक्सटाइल व्यवसाय रे निजर स्वतंत्र परिचय सृष्टि करिसेंती कोटनी तिरुमल कुमार।
Competition is always better for any business. Competition रहिबा दरकार। Competition ही हमको सजाग रखे तो कंपटीशन जगू ही आम सका उठी किसी नुआ करने चेष्टा करूँ।
Congratulations, Shri Kotni Tirumal Kumar. Next business eminence awardee, the chairman, Dadhiji Educational Group, Shri Manoj Kumar Das. We welcome you to the stage.
डॉक्टर मनोज कुमार दास, चेयरमैन दधीची ग्रुप ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशन। 2005 मसीहारे दधीची ग्रुप ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशन नामरे आरंभ करंती निजर शिक्षा अनुष्ठान। शिक्षादान को एक वृत्ति नुहे बरम व्रत भावे से नहीं आगे नियंती अनुष्ठान को छात्री छात्रों को पाठ पढ़ा सह जोगाई देउछंती नियुक्ति भित्तिक तालीम।
वर्तमान आमर शिक्षागत व्यवसाय रे बहुत किसी समस्या आसुची से बेसरकारी अनुष्ठान मानक एनओसी आण अफिलिएशन आण बहुत कष्ट हेले आम चैलेंज हिसाब से नहीं आम चेष्टा करूँ जे आम अनुष्ठान को आम केमि आगक नबू अधिक अधिक रूप में प्रचार प्रसार कर।
अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा श्री दास। All the good luck for the future. Many congratulations once again. Paravarti Business Eminence Awardee, the managing partner, Torrent Advertisers, Shri Niranjan Das. Let us have you on the stage, please.
निरंजन दास, मैनेजिंग पार्टनर, टॉरेंट एडवर्टाइजर्स। दिल्ली रे उच्चतर शिक्षा लाभ करिबा परे ओडिशा रे नियुक्ति पांती निरंजन दास। किछि दिन चाकरी करिबा परे विज्ञापन दुनिया रे प्रवेश करिबा को नियंती निष्पत्ति।
फर्स्ट हमें सर्विस ऊपर फोकस करथि। हमें कस्टमर सैटिस्फैक्शन ता मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट एवं क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट क्वालिटी जिनिस जोगेबा गोटे सेकंड और क्लैरिटी मेंटेन करबा और कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव देखिबा एवं कस्टमर जहाँ चाहूची ताकू चाहि के हमें ताकू आउटडोर प्लान नबा।
All our best wishes for you, Shri Das. Many congratulations. Now let us call upon the next business eminence awardee, ladies and gentlemen, and she would be the director, Carcinova Cancer Hospital, Dr. Pragya Paramita Mishra. Let's have you on the stage, please.
डॉक्टर प्रज्ञा परमिता मिश्र, डायरेक्टर, कार्सिनोवा कैंसर हॉस्पिटल। कैंसर चिकित्सा क्षेत्र में एक बड़ परिवर्तन आनी कार्सिनोवा कैंसर हॉस्पिटल। असहायन को मागणार चिकित्सा जोगाई देवा लक्ष्य रे आरंभ करिथिबा एही हॉस्पिटल आज समस्तंक मुहरे फुटाइछि हस कैंसर भली रोगर चिकित्सा पई आउ जीवाकु पड़ुनी ओडिशा बाहरकु ओडिशा रे रेडिएशन बा विकिरण चिकित्सा हेल्सियन मेसिन सहायरे जोगाई देउछि उत्कृष्ट चिकित्सा सेवा।
कैंसर जो विकिरण चिकित्सा कहुए जोटा कि आम हेल्सियन रेडिएशन मेसीन जोटा कि ओडिशार आउ ईस्टर्न इंडिया फर्स्ट हेल्सियन मेसीन कैंसर ट्रीटमेंट गोटे लंबा ट्रीटमेंट 3-4 मंथ्स ट्रीटमेंट तो फ्री हो जाए तो से आम गोटे डॉर्मेटरी सिस्टम को जो कि आम बहुत गरीब पेसेंट में जो मैंने अनअफोर्डेबल आम रहा फ्री करूँ।
अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा एवं अभिनंदन डॉक्टर मिश्र। परवर्ती बिजनेस एमिनेंस सम्मान रो अधिकारी मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर श्री बालाजी इंसेंस इंडस्ट्रीज मधुकुंज अगरबत्ती श्री राम अवतार अग्रवाला प्लीज वेलकम ऑन द स्टेज।
राम अवतार अग्रवाला प्रोप्राइटर श्री बालाजी इंसेंस इंडस्ट्रीज पाठपढ़ा सरिबा परे बापांक सह व्यवसाय रे सामिल हुंती राम अवतार अग्रवाला प्रथमे अगरबत्ती डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर भाव में निज व्यवसाय आरंभ करथिबा बेले क्वालिटी और क्वांटिटी को नहीं बारंबार अभियोग आसिबा परे से आरंभ करती श्री बालाजी इंसेंस इंडस्ट्री जार सफल कृति घरे घरे परिचित मधुकुंज अगरबत्ती।
आमर लक्ष्य केवल पैसा रोजगार करिया नुह जेहेतु आम मैंने सब भावु कि आम जो प्रोडक्ट तैयारी करूँ जमी आम ओडिशार ना रहू से हिसाब से आम प्रोडक्ट तैयारी करी मार्केट छाड़ू जेहेतु आम क्वालिटी इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड अच्छी तेणुक मार्केट एक्सपेंशन करने आम कौन असुविधा होना।
अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा श्री अग्रवाला आपणकर परिवार एवं आपण समस्ते अति सुंदर भविष्यटीए तैयारी करंतु अनेक शुभेच्छा पुणी थरे। Next business eminence awardee, ladies and gentlemen, would be the proprietor of Nirmalya Group, Shri Santosh Kumar Padhi. Let us welcome him to the stage.
संतोष कुमार पाढ़ी डायरेक्टर निर्माल्य ग्रुप ऑफ होटेल्स 2002 मसीहारे निर्माल्य नामक एक होटेल रु से आरंभ करती निजर व्यावसायिक यात्रा तांको परिचालना दक्षता और दूरदृष्टि पाई से ब्रह्मपुर रे सफलतार सह चलाइछंती 5टी होटेल एहा सह 2 व्हीलर व्यवसाय रे मध्य रहिछंती संतोष कुमार पाढ़ी।
ब्रह्मपुर रे यार 5टा ब्रांच अछि निर्माल्य ग्रैंड निर्माल्य प्लाजा होटल निर्माल्य इन निर्माल्य महाराजा ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री मु 2014 रे स्टार्ट कली केटीएम ब्रांड बजाज रो गोटे ब्रांड केटीएम सहित मु स्टार्ट कली तन मोर गंजाम सारा 8टा ब्रांच अछि।
Many hearty congratulations to you Shri Padhi. Our next business eminence awardee would be the founder and MD Shaukin Industries Private Limited Shri Saroj Kumar Patra. We welcome you on the stage.
सरोज कुमार पात्र मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर शौकीन इंडस्ट्रीज मैट्रेस व्यवसाय रे एक परिचित ना शौकीन इंडस्ट्रीज ओडिशा समेत बाहर राज्य रे भी शौकीन ब्रांड रो रही बेस चाहिदा कॉम्पिटिटर को पछरे पकाई लोकन को प्रथम पसंद पालटिछि शौकीन।
एक्सपेक्टेशन तो बहुत अच्छी एक्चुअली माने व्यवसाय रो गोटे एंड न थाए आम आमर जो टार्गेट अच्छी आम जो ऑडियंस अच्छा कस्टमर अच्छा से बहुत गुटे नीड अच्छी जोटा कि डे टू डे रे क्रिएट भी होची आम सॉल्यूशन करने भी चेष्टा करछु।
बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर द फ्यूचर एंड मेनी कांग्रेचुलेशन श्री पात्र। परवर्ती बिजनेस एमिनेंस सम्मान रो अधिकारी द मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर स्टॉलवर्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड श्री शरद कुमार साहू वी वेलकम यू टू द डायस।
शरद कुमार साहू मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर स्टॉलवर्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड परोक्ष और प्रत्यक्ष रे नियुक्ति जोगाइबा और समाज पई किछि करिबार अभिलाषी तांकु टाणी आणे व्यवसाय को रियल एस्टेट व्यवसाय माध्यम रे भल भल लोकेशन रे मन पसंद रो घर जोगाई से साउंटु छंती सफलता।
युवपीढ़ी माने जो माने रियल एस्टेट रे चाहते आसिया पई से माने आसी परिबे परिश्रम करिवे एथिरे गोटे सैटिस्फैक्शन मिलियो कने कस्टमर जतले आपण घर दउचंदी ताकर खुशी आपणकर खुशी।
धरित्री एवं Orissapost परिवार तरफरु अनेक अनेक अभिनंदन. The next Business Eminence Awardee, ladies and gentlemen, would be the Managing Director of Siddharth TV, Shri Sitaram Agarwala. We welcome you to the dais.
सीताराम अग्रवाल, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर सिद्धार्थ टीवी नेटवर्क। ओडिशा मनोरंजन दुनिया रे एक स्पर्धित उच्चारण सीताराम अग्रवाल, जे ओडिया संगीत, सिनेमा, टेलीविजन और रेडियो शिल्प को देखाइछंती एक नुआ दिशा। तांको दूरदृष्टि और दक्षतारे आज घरे घरे मनोरंजन देई मन किणुची सिद्धार्थ टीवी, सिद्धार्थ गोल्ड, सिद्धार्थ भक्ति और 91.9 सिद्धार्थ एफएम।
मीडिया टा जो रिवोल्यूशन होची बदलुची ता सहित ताल दे चलवाटा सब बड़ चैलेंज सेटा सेटा मु चेष्टा करी आसी शिखिबा पई एबे भी शिखुची। देखो कंपटीशन तो सब बेले रहइबो, सेतर विशेष किछि मु सेटा गुरुत्व दिएनी, कारण आमे जानु जे आमे किछि भलो जिंस करलु, किछि यूनिक जिंस करलु, ताले आमे हमर स्थान को आमे बजाय रखिबो।
अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा। आम समस्तଙ୍କ जीवन रे विभिन्न प्रकार रे खुशी भरि देथिबारु आपनको एवं आपनको परिवार को अनेक अनेक अभिनंदन सर। थैंक यू। परवर्ती बिजनेस एमिनेंस सम्मान रो अधिकारी मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ओवर फार्म प्राइवेट लिमिटेड श्री सौमेंद्र मिश्र। वी वेलकम यू टू द डायस।
सौमेंद्र मिश्र मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ओवर फार्म प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। बलांगीर रे एक छोटिया कुकुड़ा फार्म रु से आरंभ करंती निजर व्यवसाय। तांकर प्रचेष्टा और अध्यावसाय बलरे आज ओवर फार्म पूर्व भारत रे सर्वाधिक अंडा उत्पादन करुवा फार्म मध्य रही सबुठु आगे रे। एठारु दैनिक प्राय 10 लाख रु अधिक अंडा उत्पादन होई देश विदेश को रप्तानी हेउछि।
आज गर्वर सहित कहि परिवा जे अनेक लोक को आमे एठी रोजगार दे पारिछु। कम से कम 5टा 7टा पंचायत रो एठी लोकंको डायरेक्टली एम्प्लॉयड अछंती एवं इनडायरेक्टली मध्य सारा बलांगीर जिल्लार इकोनॉमी को आमे किछि मात्रा रे प्रभावित करि पारिछु।
अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा श्री मिश्र एवं भविष्यत पई अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा एवं शुभकामना। परवर्ती बिजनेस एमिनेंस सम्मान रो अधिकारी मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर फेवो ईस्टर्न फूड्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड श्री सुब्रजीत साहू। कांग्रेचुलेशंस, वेलकम ऑन द स्टेज।
सुब्रजीत साहू, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ईस्टर्न फूड प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। 1988 रु आरंभ होइथिबा ईस्टर्न फूड निजर क्वालिटी एवं क्वांटिटी पई आज फेवो ब्रांड रे मार्केट रे बेस परिचित। ओडिशा, आंध्र प्रदेश, कर्नाटक, तमिलनाडु और वेस्ट बेंगल रे फेवो ब्रांड रही घरे घरे चाहिदा।
क्वालिटी एंड प्राइसिंग दीटा हमर प्रायोरिटी। मार्केट रे जो प्रोडक्ट आम कैटेगरी अच्छी द बेस्ट क्वालिटी अचीव करिवो हमें तापर कस्टमर से जिनसटा थरे नेले तार क्वालिटी प्रति गोटे एडिक्शन हो जाए एंड सेटा से रिपीटेटिवली आम प्रोडक्ट को नहीं की चले।
मोर पावर टू यू श्री साहू, कांग्रेचुलेशंस। Next Business Eminence Awardee, ladies and gentlemen, would be the founder chairman of NIST University, Dr. Sukant Kishore Mahapatra. We welcome you to the stage.
Dr. Sukant Kishore Mahapatra, founder and chairman NIST University. 1996 एनआरआई वेंचर भावे प्रतिष्ठा हुए दक्षिण ओडिशार प्रथम इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज निस्ट। प्रथम ही एक विश्व स्तरीय यूनिवर्सिटी लक्ष्य नहीं एहाको आरंभ करथिले डॉक्टर सुकांत किशोर महापात्र, जहां आज वैषयिक शिक्षा क्षेत्र रे होई परिछि एक जुगांत पदक्षेप।
NIST has set a benchmark in quality education, academic excellence, and cutting-edge research in multidisciplinary area like renewable energy, supercomputing, 5G, 6G communication, IoT, and many other areas.
Many congratulations, Dr. Mahapatra, once again. Paravarti Business Eminence Samman Adhikari, founder and director, Kasturi Flour Mill Private Limited, Shri Suresh Chandra Patra. Welcome on the stage.
सुरेश चंद्र पात्र, फाउंडर एंड डायरेक्टर कस्तूरी फ्लोर मिल प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। मात्र 6000 टंका विनियोग रे से आरंभ करती निज व्यवसाय। सबुबले गुणवत्ता को गुरुत्व देई से पहुंची पारिछंती ग्राहकों पाखरे। तांको दृढ़ आत्मविश्वास और कठिन परिश्रम बल रे आज घरे घरे परिचित होई पारिछि कस्तूरी खाद्य सामग्री।
क्वालिटी आम कंप्रोमाइज करूनु, जोटा आम कहीचु आ जहाँ भी आम डिक्लारेसन दौचु से हिसाब से आम बर्तमान सुधा कम कर चलु। रेट मार्केट प्राइस आग पछ हिसाब से जो जहाँ उचित प्राइस आम फिक्स करूँ, लोक एक्सेप्ट भी करेतु आम बजार चाहिदा रही है जिनसर क्वालिटी रही है।
अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा श्री पात्र आपनकु एवं आपनकर संपूर्ण परिवार को। परवर्ती सम्मान रो अधिकारी द मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर फास्ट कम्युनिकेशन श्री त्रिनयन रथ, वी वेलकम यू टू द स्टेज।
त्रिनयन रथ प्रोप्राइटर फास्ट कम्युनिकेशन चैलेंज को सबुबेले सफलतार प्रथम पहाच भावे परिगणित करी आगु बढ़ंती व्यवसाय रे से ओडिशा समेत कोलकाता, गुवाहाटी, राजस्थान, दिल्ली, हैदराबाद भली बड़ बड़ सहर रे जोगाई आसुचंती विज्ञापन सेवा।
मात्र 600 टंका बिजनेस रु स्टार्ट होता फास्ट कम्युनिकेशन। सो दीर्घ वर्षर यात्रा फल बहुत घात प्रतिघात पर ओडिशा एवं ओडिशा बाहर विभिन्न स्थान रे आम आज पहुंची पारिछु।
सहित भविष्यतर प्रत्येक पादरे रुहंतु एई शुभकामना आम तरफ आपणक पई अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा श्री रथ। परवर्ती एवं शेष बिजनेस एमिनेंस सम्मान रो अधिकारी ए वर्ष पई होचंती फाउंडर डायरेक्टर आई डेस्टिनी एप्पल मोबाइल श्री विजय दुगार, वी वेलकम यू ऑन द स्टेज।
विजय दुगर, फाउंडर एंड डायरेक्टर आई डेस्टिनी 2003 मसीह गारमेंट होलसेल व्यवसाय रे प्रवेश करी व्यावसायिक कैरियर आरंभ करती युवा व्यवसायी विजय दुगर 2017 रे झारखंड, बिहार रे और 2019 रे भुवनेश्वर एस्प्लानेड रे खोलती एप्पल स्टोर। एबे ईस्ट इंडिया रे एप्पल रो सबुठारु बड़ पार्टनर आई डेस्टिनी।
In 2019 we opened our first store in Esplanade Mall in Bhubaneswar. We are now the largest partners for Apple in East India, and we are the only Apple premium partners in East India.
Many congratulations to you and all the very best. Now we have come to the end of the list of Business Eminence awardees. However, we have our sponsors and partners to thank. We would invite them on the stage to receive their felicitation as well. First of all, let me take their names. We would like to thank our sponsors JSW Steel, MGM Minerals Limited, Jindal Steel and Power, Eminence India, Paradip Phosphates Limited, Canara Bank, IMFA, State Bank of India, TSG Gurukul, S&M Group, Metro Group for your contribution, and our partners, media partner News 18 Odia, internet partner Wi-Fi Technologies, outdoor partner Ajanta Advertisers, and partner Samajwadi Society. Thank you so much each one of you for your contribution and your helping hand. And we would like to welcome the partners and sponsors who are present on the stage for their felicitation, please. From JSW Steel we have Rupali Kara. Let's have you on the stage. From MGM Minerals Limited, we have Shri Pankaj Lochan Mohanty. We welcome you to the dais. Thank you so much for being with us. And now from Jindal Steel and Power, we have Shri Sanjay Kumar Sahu. Thank you very much for being with us for the 4th Business Eminence Awards. Now we welcome from Eminence India, Shri Soumitra Patnaik. Our wishes to you, and thank you very much for being with us. From Paradeep Phosphates Limited, we have Shri Sudhir Ranjan Mishra. All the best for a great future, and thank you very much for being with us. From Canara Bank, let us invite Shri Jagdish Chander on the stage. We are thankful for your presence and all the very best for a great and healthy future. From IMFA, we have Shri Pradeep Kumar Behra. We welcome you on the stage. We thank you for your help and contribution for being with us for the 4th Business Eminence Awards. From TSG Gurukul, we have Ms. Sushri Padmaja Ratha. Many, many wishes to you, and thank you so much. Our media partner, News 18 Odia. If we have a representative from the News 18 Odia family. Yeah. And our outdoor partner, Ajanta Advertiser. If we have a representative. Yes, please join us on the stage. So News 18 Odia, our media partner, thank you for being with us for the 4th edition of Business Eminence Awards. Many, many congratulations to you as well. Outdoor partner, Ajanta Advertiser, if we have the proprietor of or a representative. Ma'am, let's have you on the stage. Congratulations and thank you very much. So that's it. We here come to the end of the 4th edition of Business Eminence Awards. The formal part is over. Before we leave, sir.
ସମସ୍ତେ କହନ୍ତି ଯେ ଯଦି ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ରାଜନୀତି କରୁଥିଲୁ ସବୁବେଳେ ଆଜ୍ଞା ଖାଇବାକୁ କିଛି ଅଛି ଭାତ ଡାଲମା ହେବ ସେଥିପାଇଁ କି ଗୋଟେ ପଞ୍ଚେନ୍ ପାଇ ମୁଁ ଭାବିଲି ଏଇଟା ବୋଧେ ଖାଲି ଆମେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଲୋକ ଆମର ପେଟ ଚିନ୍ତା ସେଥିପାଇଁ କହନ୍ତିନି ଚାଖେଟେ ପେଟ ମୁଁ ଭାବିଲି ଏଇଟା ବୋଧେ ଆମରି କଲଚର ନାଇଁ ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆମେରିକାରେ ବି ସେ ପଚାରନ୍ତି ଡୁ ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ପଞ୍ଚେନ୍ ପାଇ ସୋ ପଞ୍ଚେନ୍ ପାଇ ନଥିଲେ କୌଣସି ଜିନିଷଟା ଆଜ୍ଞା ଶୁଭ ଭାବରେ ଶେଷ ହେବ ନାହିଁ ସୋ ଏଇଲେ ପଞ୍ଚେନ୍ ପାଇ ଅଛି ମୋର ଅନୁରୋଧ ଦୟାକରି ମୁଁ ଜାଣିଛି ଆପଣମାନେ ବହୁତ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ଏବଂ ସେ ଯେଉଁ ଡିଲ୍ଟା ହେବାର ଅଛି ସେ ଯେଉଁ $1.87 ବିଲିୟନ ର ଯେଉଁ ଡିଲ୍ଟା ଅଛି ସେଇଟା ବି ଅପେକ୍ଷା କରିଛି ମନୋଜଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ସଲିଲ ବାବୁ ତ ସତକୁ ସତ ତାଙ୍କର ବି ହେଉଥିବ ଏଠି ବି ସମସ୍ତେ MGM ଠୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରି ଖଟା ମିଠା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର $1 ବିଲିୟନ ଡିଲ୍ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ଥିବ କିନ୍ତୁ ମୋର ଅନୁରୋଧ ଟିକେ ଖାଇବେ ଯାହା ଟିକେ ବି ଇଚ୍ଛା ତାପରେ ହିଁ ସମସ୍ତେ ଯିବେ ଆଉ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁ ଆଲ୍ଲାହ ଯୀଶୁ ସମସ୍ତେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ କରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କର ସ୍ୱାସ୍ଥ୍ୟ ଆସନ୍ତା ବିଜନେସ୍ ଏମିନେନ୍ସ ଆୱାର୍ଡ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଯେମିତି ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରୁ କାହାର ବି ଟଙ୍କାଟେ ବି କେଉଁ ଡାକ୍ତର ପାଖରେ କେଉଁ କେମିଷ୍ଟ ପାଖରେ କେଉଁ ହସ୍ପିଟାଲରେ ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ ନ ହଉ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ନମସ୍କାର
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद श्री सतपति. Finally, I would like to thank once again our honorable chief guest, chief speaker, the editor of Dharitri Orissapost, the CEO of Dharitri Orissapost, all our business leaders, all the entrepreneurs, all the invitees, media friends and every well-wisher present over here for your contribution, especially our sponsors and partners. Thank you so much. Here we end the 4th edition of Business Eminence Awards. Namaskar, I'm anchor Shobna Mishra. Wishing you a great day ahead. Please have lunch and thank you for joining us. Namaskar, Bande Utkala Janani.